May is Military Appreciation Month. And tonight, a story I think you're going to appreciate about a local woman who volunteered to go overseas back in May of 2021. Major Katie Lunning with the 133rd Airlift Wing of the Minnesota Air National Guard unexpectedly found herself in Afghanistan, saving lives and facing down the Taliban as the United States ended its longest war ever. Like most citizen soldiers and airmen, Major Katie Lunning has two jobs. She's a critical care nurse at the VA Medical Center in Des Moines and is chief nurse of the 133rd Medical Group of the Minnesota Air National Guard.
I think people are always surprised on what all the Guard is involved in.
In May of 2021, Lunning was asked to fill in on a Critical Care Air Transport Team, or CCAT, going to Al Udeid Air Force Base in Qatar. It was her first deployment.
And I was a critical care nurse, so I qualified and decided to kind of take on that adventure.
On July 5th, Lunning said goodbye to her husband, Josh, a command sergeant in the Iowa Army National Guard, and her then 7-year-old daughter, Addie.
You're headed to Qatar with no idea what's about to happen to you.
Absolutely none.
Lunning arrived in Qatar July 17th. Her deployment quickly turned into chaos. In early August, they watched the news as the Taliban raced across Afghanistan toward the capital city of Kabul. Her CCAT was one of the closest in the region.
So we knew that we were going to be used. They told us to get ready and that as casualties were going to be happening, we would be helping in evacuating getting those casualties.
On August 15th, the president of Afghanistan fled the country as the Taliban took control of almost everything except Hamid Karzai International Airport, which was secured by 2,100 U.S. service members, including 400 members of the Minnesota National Guard's Task Force 1 of the 194 Armored Regiment. On August 16th, Lunning and her team started making flight after flight on giant C-17 aircraft from Qatar to Kabul and back to evacuate patients from the coalition hospital and as many Afghan refugees as possible.
And we had to leave the aircraft and walk into the city without a security team, it was us, and go to that hospital and package our patients and then get them safely back to the airplane.
What's the Taliban doing while you're pushing patients through the streets to get to the aircraft?
Watching, kind of curious.
You say they're firing their weapons?
At the gates they were. Not at us, but at the gates they would fire into the crowd.
Lunning says there were C-17s at the airport as far as the eye could see.
It was very overwhelming to witness that amount of air power. It was historic. Nothing like that had ever been done before.
Thousands of terrified Afghans who feared the Taliban came to the airport to try and get out.
They saw that flag and they rushed the airplanes. And the symbol of freedom on the tail of every single aircraft was their hope and what they turned to.
Each round trip took about 20 hours. There was little rest.
And like Special Forces, you folks didn't get any time off.
Yes, CCAT does not have that crew rest. CCAT just has to keep going. So when there's a mission, you just go again and again.
Lunning returned to Qatar August 26th and was going to bed after being up 30 hours when they were ordered back immediately. A suicide bomber attacked the crowd outside the airport's Abbey Gate. 13 U.S. troops and 170 Afghans were killed.
And can you describe the injuries you were dealing with?
Everything, mostly blast injuries from the bomb. We had a Marine who they had to open up his chest to stop internal bleeding. We had a patient we took right off the surgical table that was barely resuscitated.
And a little boy.
And it was an 18-month-old. And my heart just sank because, I work adult critical care. Peds, it was terrifying to take a baby, but there isn't time to be scared.
What's motivating you during all this? What's your why?
My daughter is my why. She's the reason that I continue to serve. It'd be a lot easier for me just to be home and not working this dual life where I am a nurse on my civilian side and a nurse in the military, but I want to be a good example to her.
On August 27th, faced with many serious casualties, they made a 7.5-hour flight directly to Landstuhl Regional Medical Center in Germany. It was their 7th flight in 10 days. When they got back to Qatar August 28th, Lunning had been awake 50 hours. On August 29th, with no medical assets left in Afghanistan, they were ordered back one last time.
So we went and we set up kind of like an ER, if you will, on the back of an airplane. After the last troops were safely up on their airplane and tails up, then we circled around them and left Afghanistan.
The last American flight out of Afghanistan.
Yes.
Did you realize the weight of that at the time in history?
Yes, we did. It was a very surreal feeling. I'm of the generation I joined after 9/11. So we've always had a presence in Afghanistan. So it was a surreal feeling to know that we didn't anymore.
By the end of the mission, more than 120,000 people had been evacuated to safety in one of the biggest airlifts in history. Then, January 7th, 2023, Major Katie Lunning made history herself, becoming the first Air National Guard flight nurse ever to be awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross. Of course, she gives all the credit to her family, her team, and her training with the 133rd Airlift Wing of the Minnesota National Guard.
Wow, amazing story, Kevin. She is a hero.
Yes, she is.